Dark Souls 2 is considered the worst Souls game made in the trilogy, but recently I've seen a resurgence in popularity of this game on YouTube, people saying it's good and it's just misunderstood. At the time of its release, personally Dark Souls 2 is the only Souls game I've completed once, and in my journey to 100% all the Souls game, this one is up next. So today in this video I'm going to 100% Dark Souls 2, getting all the achievements in the game to see if it really is the worst Souls game in the series. Just a quick plug, this is all also streamed on twitch.tv/KingClosed. If you don't subscribe to me here and go follow me over on Twitch, I'm going to start making Destiny videos, and no one wants that.
Give some merit to Dark Souls 2, that intro was fucking sick. It's been a while since I've seen it. Atmospheric. There we are.
Okay, so actually moving on into the game, I pick the Explorer just for the high adaptability and the armor set. I didn't know this at the time, but the armor set actually just gives you extra, I think extra drop rate and extra souls. So that's why I picked it. Well, that wasn't why I picked it, but I picked it for the high adaptability basically, and I learned that later on.
That's sad. He's so sad after he lost his dad. No, I want to keep this. Oh, he's so sad. You know, Frogman Jr. lost his dad, and that's him. Oh, yes, that's my true self.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know.
Ha 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 ha.
Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
Okay.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Shabby, I'm sure you also lost a toothbrush as well. And maybe some, you know, lip gloss. There should be another. There should be the self-recollection achievement. There we go. Oh yikes!
So getting through the character creation actually nets us an achievement called self-recollection. It's literally just for getting through the character creation. So, yeah, pretty easy first achievement. I tell a lie. The first achievement I got was actually dying for the first time. Trying to fight an ogre outside of the handmaiden's house. So, yeah. Okay, so actually getting to Majula, I go over to the Crestfallen Knight to pick up the way of, I think it's the way of the blue.
Discover the covenant.
After grabbing that achievement, I loot around Majula and then also go join the Covenant. Well, I don't join them, but I go get the Covenant of Champions achievement as well. So that's just two easy achievements just right out the bag right there.
Covenant of the Fist. so that's everything here, right?
I then move on to the Forest of Fallen Giants, just going through the game normally, and I die to some absolute bullshit damage from jumping off this ledge.
Wait, let me just... Fucking... You are joking. I swear I survived longer falls than that in Dark Souls 1. What?
So after that awful death, I decide to fight my way back through the Forest of Fallen Giants just to get to the bonfire with our first NPC. I don't know what her name is. And what we have to do is basically just talk to her to get her to relocate to Majula. Just so we can get started on the Gathering of the Exiles achievement, which is just moving a bunch of NPCs over to Majula.
Okay, I'll just exhaust them down.
It's kind of a bargain for you. It's kind of a bargain for you.
Okay. Yippee, I guess.
I also go up here to fight the Pursuer early as well, and I actually kill him, which nets us the Ring of Blades, which lets us do more damage.
That was fucking easy! What the fuck? That was so easy.
So this is the only time in the video you'll actually hear me say something's easy, because the rest of this game is... You'll just see. Honestly, this is probably the angriest I've got in a video ever, and you'll have to see when I get to that point, because holy shit, it is bad.
What the actual fuck? Like... How? Huh? I'm impressed in myself.
After that, I go pick up Kale, the photographer, the cartographer, to get the Gathering of the Exiles and the map achievement as well, which we'll need to work on.
We had a thing on my characters. Oh, look at this chin.
After grabbing up Kale, we decide to fight the area boss, which is the last giant, which, to be honest, was pretty easy. With just the dagger that I had. I don't think this boss fight's supposed to be hard anyways, so I kind of cleared it in one try. Also, just a quick rant. I know I said I used the dagger, but I actually used the hand axe here. The hand axe is a pretty good weapon for the start of the game. I did some insane damage with it, just going through with it normally, just until it started to fall off. And it didn't start to fall off for quite a while in the game. So the hand axe is on top in this game. After that, I decided to go and level up my character, and then I went to talk to Kale just to get his quest progressing for the map achievement.
Even more flames have appeared. I don't know what causes it.
Over here? Is this the way?
For VOD 2, I decided to go over to Hade's Tower of Flame to go fight the Dragon Knight and pick up some items over there. I do also decide to pull the levers to apparently make the Dragon Knight fight easy. I did air quotations there. I did it because I don't know how to actually do the cheese for the Dragon Knight. I always just fight him legit, so...
Faster than you.
Here I also learned that quitting out and reloading the game actually doesn't stop aggro in Dark Souls 2 for some weird reason.
It does not.
I also decided to summon for the Dragon Rider fight, just because I didn't want to go through the entire area again, just if I died to some bullshit. I just made 100% sure that I did not have to redo this run back, because that's what most of the problems were in this game, just redoing run backs constantly. It just became such a pain.
Masterless like Thor is getting his ass beat. Holy shit. Holy decoy. Yeah. Bye.
After that, we go pick up Faith Woman. I completely forgot her name. I'll see if there we go. Yeah, we'll go pick up Faith Woman just for the Gathering of the Exiles achievement.
I'm joking. Ooh, look at all these miracles. Exhaust your dialogue.
So here's where the spiral actually starts. I went back and redid my whole build to include some magic, because I was having some incredible bad luck and just shitness. That's all I can describe it as going on with like killing this dragon and also like the enemies around it. Since the enemies don't de-aggro, they came and like kicked my ass in this dragon fight, and the dragon fight wasn't even too hard to begin with, but the fact that the enemies like see that guy walking up there comes and like attacks you at the same time plus the dragon, it just made for such a pain in the arse actually getting to this boss. It was more hard than it really should have been.
Like I said, I really hope the dragon doesn't respawn. If the dragon respawns, I am ending stream right there. Honestly, the dragon doesn't fucking respawn. Thank Lord. Oh, fuck off. Go away.
So the old Dragon Slayer fight, in my opinion, I don't think is such a bad boss. Yes, it is a reused boss of Dark Souls 1 basically, but Dark Souls 1 was an amazing game, so I mean this boss is just going to be good, in my opinion. There is some new attacks which actually just keep it fresh, so overall this boss gets a nice 9 out of 10.
Oh yeah, I literally just needed those extra 3 spells and I would have got it just first try. Okay, did I get extra souls for that as well?
Not needed.
So the reason why we did just get through the whole of Heights Tower's Flame is just to get to the Cathedral of the Blue here, and because we need to join obviously the blue,
I can't do the multiplayer.
whatever covenant there is here for the for that achievement. We can't join them yet though because we need a specific item, so we need to come back here later. But since we've done it, we've got some extra souls for levels ups anyways. Okay, so moving on to VOD 3, I decided to go to No Man's Wharf because Lucitelle's here just to progress her quest for the achievement. I also talked to, I literally heard his name beforehand watching this back and I still can't remember his name. Carillion, that's it, Carillion of the Fold, I think, to get him back to Majula and for his... Carillion of the Fold, there we go. To get him back to Majula for the Gathering of the Exiles achievement. After that, we summon Lucitelle. I still think I'm saying her name wrong. Anyways, we summon Lucitelle and go fight the Flexile Sentries. That's another boss down on her achievement as well. So yeah, I decided to use magic as well against the Flexile Sentries. It's made this obviously easier than it should have been. Lucitel just takes all the aggro and gets her ass completely beat in the corner while I just spam her with spells, basically.
Spam it. That's how much they do. Hi, girl.
So after killing the Flexile sentries, I decided to go through to the Lost Bastille again. This was all just to unlock the blacksmith down in Lost Bastille, just so I can unlock infusions and stuff, because that's going to be really important later on in the run.
These guys are easy. There we go. A bluey! Hell yeah.
Now, the reason why I did this was mainly for the infusions, but for another achievement, which is to inherit his gear, which is, I'm pretty sure, it's been a while since I did this. it's either he gives you the stuff that in the chest he's sitting on, which is his gear, or he gives you something when you exhaust his dialogue. Pretty sure it gives you something when he exhausts his dialogue, and then you get his achievement for inheriting his gear, basically. So that's why we did this. I also then decide to go fight the pursuer down here, just for some extra souls, basically. I don't really have any other reason to come down here other than to actually fight the pursuer. So that's why I came down here, to just beat his ass, basically. Oh, to grab that fragrant branch of yore as well, I just saw that. We do kind of need that, so yeah.
That's what should happen.
I talked to Lucitel here as well, just in where I'm pretty sure most people meet her. And then I also go and use the fragrant branch on the guy at the door to then go fight the Sentinels. I can't remember what they're called, honest to God. Okay, so moving on to the Ruined Sentinels. I actually had a bit of a issue with this fight. I did die quite a lot of times to this boss fight. And just because of the run back as well, I did have some big problems. And mostly with that spin attack, I really couldn't get the timing down on that one.
This boss is just gonna be ass. I know it's gonna be. I know it's just gonna be a pain in my fucking arse. Fuck. Oh, I could actually survive that, but no. If I die one more time with this boss, I'm just gonna get. I'm literally gonna sue. GG's. Right, fucking hell. That should not have been as hard as it needed to be. Honestly, I'm not keeping arse of like the fighting stuff. 25.
Okay, so after finally killing the Ruined Sentinels, I go back to Majula to level up using the souls I got from the Ruined Sentinels. I decided to level up my faith and intelligence, which was probably a bad thing to level up faith in general, because I literally never use it, ever, for anything. I did the exact same thing I did in the last, in Dark Souls 1, where I leveled up faith for no reason. I picked a faith character for no reason. I will not be doing that for Dark Souls 3. That is not happening again. I also go free Strayed here, just because we do need a frame for the 3 achievements, including all pyromancies, all spells, and all miracles, because he does sell boss spells and boss miracles and boss pyromancies for boss souls, I think. I don't know, again, it's been quite a long time since I actually recorded this. I'm currently doing this voiceover on the 13th of September, so yeah, this is taking quite a long while to get through. Moving on, I do also go pick up the Hush Miracle spell. I never use it. I just should tell you now, never use it. I don't know if I should show me picking up all the spells, because there is quite a lot, and that'll make for, I mean, obviously it'll make for a longer video, but it'll also make for a longer video. So I might just show when I've actually got the achievement. If you want to see everything, it's all uploaded on my VODs channel if you want to go through the whole unedited VODs. But other than that, I'm just not gonna, yeah, I'm just not gonna show me picking up all the spells, because it takes a bit. I then also go decide to fight the pursuer down here again, because I don't know why, I just love fighting this guy. If I do sound a bit sick, I am still sick from when I was sick. So if I do sound a bit sniffly, I am very sorry. I am getting better. I've still got a bit of a cough. So I'm trying to get through these without coughing, because that also really bad for the video. There is an overarching reason of why I decided to come down here to kill the pursuer. It was to pick up that upgrade material and also use Pharaoh's Lockstone to get through to Belfry Luna, because the Bell Covenant is over there, which I need for an achievement that I'll probably pop as soon as I talk to the Bellman right here.
Bellkeeper Covenant.
So yeah, there we go. Bellkeeper Covenant achievement unlocked. The only covenants I think we have left is the Sunlight one, and like this Blood one. I'm telling you, I really can't remember. Going forward, we go up to go kill the Bell Gargoyles up here. So after the Bell Gargoyles, I decided to just go kill the Lost Sinner with Lucitel. There is quite a lot I'm cutting out here. There is so much like nothingness that I do, which just kind of builds the problem why the VODs were so long. Because there was just a lot of time where I was doing nothing. So there's a lot I need to cut out here. If you do watch the VODs, I'm very sorry.
The lights have went out.
Also, I didn't know at the time that you need to keep Lucitel alive for all of these fights. So like if she died at any point, yeah, I wouldn't have known, which I got very lucky that she didn't die at any points until later on. Which is incredibly lucky for me, because that means I would have missed out on that one achievement. But I'm pretty sure I got through this pretty perfectly, to be honest. Okay, so moving on to this area. I forgot what this area is called. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like playing Dark Souls 2 that much. I don't know why. I was saying in the future. I was saying I really should have skipped this game, but I decided to do it anyways because I was doing it at this point, so I might as well just keep going. But I would be lying if I told you that I was enjoying it. So after finding some new drip, I head over back to Huntsman's Copse to try get the oh, I don't know what it's called. the thing of the thing to get the thing. That's what I'm gonna say, because I forgot what it's fucking called.
There it is. Die for me. Oh, what's one more?
So after getting that token, we come back to this guy who told us to fuck off earlier, and now we can actually join his order. Now that token was originally a online thing, drop something, but there is one of them in the game. That's why I was jumping and dying all that time, just to get that token of fidelity to then show it to the guy and then join the blue order, or the way of the blue order, or whatever. There's too many blue orders in this fucking game to count. I know there's only two, but like they're both the same in my eyes.
Listen, this.
Moving back over to Huntsman's Copse, I grabbed this really good place bonfire actually. Well, I try to at least. I do grab it. I'm spoiling now. I do grab it, and then it'll have to be in the next VOD where I actually do the Huntsman's Chariot, because there's a covenant I need to join after killing the Huntsman's Chariot. So we'll move on to that right about now, basically. So moving over to the Skeleton Lords. This boss fight wasn't very hard. I don't think it's supposed to be. I just decided to kill all of them at the same time because it's been a while since I've done this boss. So I made it kind of harder for myself, but with my spells that I have, it was a piece of cake really. I could two-shot each skeleton lord with two or three shot each skeleton lord with dark hail, so it wasn't too bad.
That was too bad. That wasn't too bad at all.
So after doing Skeleton Lords, I go straight up to Executioner's Chariot. Now, I wish Executioner's Chariot went as well as Skeleton Lords did, but it didn't. I had to retry this boss like 4 or 5 times, I think, to actually get it down, because it's mostly these skeletons that really just fuck it up. Also, these guys just chilling in these like alcoves. I couldn't do enough damage to one-shot them, so I had to like run around the skeletons and shit, get hit by the Executioner's Chariot every couple of seconds to actually be able to kill the skeletons. So it was a big pain in the arse, really.
Oh, that was close.
What is it?
Okay, so actually moving up the stairs to Executioner's Chariot, we'll come across this guy. This guy is a Covenant person, and we need a seal. I don't know what this, like, seal of blood, whatever the fuck, from the Gutters to actually be able to talk to him and join his Covenant, so we can like buy his Pyromancies and get the achievement for him. So we're just gonna come back here later to grab that from him. So moving on to our favourite area of every single Dark Souls game, the Poison area, this being Harvest Valley. I decided to talk to the Stone Woman just to get her back to Majula, and then I just go through Harvest Valley normally until I meet Lucitel to talk to her to be able to summon her for the next fight. While walking around Harvest Valley, I find the Sunlight Covenant as well, and I join it because it's the best Covenant in any Souls-like game, and you will not change my mind, and I will fight you on this every day of the week. Now, as you can see,
Brilliant Covenant. That should have popped.
that there's a problem. Now, I played this offline, mostly just because I didn't want like to deal with any invasions, because I'm absolutely dog shit like the combat for online and stuff. And it turns out when you're offline, sometimes the achievements don't pop. Now, I can't get them to pop if I just like leave the game, turn it online and load the game back up again. Normally it would pop, so that's what I had to do here to get the achievement to like actually pop up here. But I do actually have the achievement. You can check my Steam profile. It is there, so I had to leave the game to get it to pop, but it does pop. So moving on from the sunlight altar, we find Lucitel, which gives us the Ring of Steel protection +1, which would be pretty good if I actually decided to ever use it. But yeah, we exhaust her dialogue just to get her quest progressing, basically.
Part in the actual right area.
So the covetous demon, I feel like, is the pinwheel of this game, but like a bit harder because you can actually die to him if you really try. That's in my opinion. There probably is some other bosses that are way easier than the covetous demon that do feel a bit more pinwheely. Probably the congregation that comes up later. That's probably more pinwheely, but this is like the congregation is like all pinwheely. The covetous demon is like the second pinwheely. I don't know why I'm describing stuff as pinwheely, but yeah, that's just how I feel about this boss. It was pretty easy. I mean, just talking here without cutting it, he's almost dead. So I mean, if I keep talking, I don't have anything else to talk about. But if I keep talking to myself, then by the end of this, then the covetous demon will be dead, and then I won't have to cut anything, and that'll be really cool.
It's a bit too close. Oh, it's dead.
So the covetous demon, I feel like, is just a joke, just a ruse. It's just meant to lull you into a false sense of, oh, this area will be easy, because it isn't. Notoriously, Dark Souls 2 has probably the hardest areas in any Souls-like game. Not because they're like hard, in my opinion, just because they're just a bit pain in the arse. Like, they put like enemies like this, like near places where you need to progress, and they take a long time to kill, and like they put a lot of them. It gets worse when we go through to the DLCs, which you need to do for some spells. I'm pretty sure everyone knows, if I just say Sir Alon, pretty sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. So after spending way too long trying to open this fucking gate, I actually do end up opening the gate because I needed to, for Laddersmith Gillian? Is it Gillian or Gilligan? I can't remember. For that guy, just so I can get him to Majula because he counts for the Gathering of the Exiles achievement. I cut out a good 30 to 40 minutes of me trying to get to here and instantly dying. It was a lot of time of me just dying. I'm sorry for the VOD watchers for my absolutely awful gameplay, but skipping to this, I actually do grab him for the Gathering of the Exiles achievement and just for his like ladder use, I guess, because he has some really good uses for like getting down to the gutter and stuff.
Gonna build me a ladder. He didn't build it, he just must have pulled it out of the floor. He actually did.
So finally moving over to the boss of the area, which is Mytha. This boss was okay. I did summon for this fight because, I mean, if I have the chance to summon, I just fucking will.
Magic resistance.
Anything to make this game easier. I mean, have you seen Jester Thomas is doing some insane damage with his pyromancy, so I'm not going to complain. This boss was okay. I didn't really find this too hard or too easy. It was just kind of in the middle for hardness and easiness. I'm pretty sure I do die here, so I do have to do the run back, and I don't think I summoned Jester Thomas the second time. But I'll have to see. Oh wait, hold on. I'm watching this back myself, and I think I just do this with Jester Thomas anyways. Oh yeah, look at me being completely wrong. I do it first try. So yeah, again, it wasn't too hard, wasn't too easy. I'm guessing it's just because with the summon, it made it easier than it really was. So yeah. So after that awful area, move on to another awful area. This was probably the hardest point in the whole run, was the Iron Keep. This really tested my patience, especially getting to the boss. I mean, going through the area first time, pain in the arse. The amount of enemies is just the enemies that you fight are all Sir Alons minified, and they take too much damage, they do too much damage. It's just a big pain in the arse. And also the run back for the boss, it was in part to me not knowing there's a bonfire literally right above the area which I need to go because I didn't see the ladder. I wanted to kick myself in the teeth, do a full 360 on my knee and kick myself right in the jaw because of that, because I found it out in New Game Plus, by the way. So you'll see me die and die and die and die and die right next to the ladder that leads to the second bonfire and to turn off all the fire traps and all that. In part, I do believe I was a bit dumb, but actually doing this area, what am I doing? Why am I just I don't know, but this gives me a good time to talk anyways. Doing this area was probably where I found the most challenge in this whole challenge run period. I'll skip through a lot of it just to trim it down, but I did spend a good hour 40 on just the run backs for this area, because what I'd do is I'd die during the run back, skipping all the enemies and die again, killing all the enemies and then dying to the boss and then having to do the run back again, being pissed off and I don't want to kill all the enemies, and then getting them all to come and jump my ass all at the same time and kill me. That's basically all that happens, because this area loves, if you die once, this area loves to come back and kick you in the teeth multiple times, because you can't run past the enemies, you can't de-aggro them by quitting the game. I don't know why they removed that as well. That is more of a pain in the arse. It's just, this whole game is it genuinely just, describe it in one word, is just pain, right? Because you play this game to get pain, basically. So actually moving over to the Smelter Demon fight. This wasn't too bad, again, because I did a summon, but I had to for an achievement here, so sue me. Lucitel took all the aggro while I just spammed him with spells that did almost no damage. I'm pretty sure he has really high magic resistance, which makes it so I just don't do any damage, and plus I was using the heavy homing soul arrow, which is just really bad. I do get this boss fight done out with Lucitel surviving as well, even though her ass is getting absolutely handed to her on a silver platter. This is the only time, not the only time, this will be like the second or third time you'll see is actually using miracles here, just because I've ran out of spells completely, and the only thing I have is a dagger. I go in and actually use a amber herb as well to get my spells uses back, because I don't do enough damage to actually like conserve me spells, if that makes sense.
You're doing great.
But
You're great, hon.
but yeah, this whole fight is literally just Lucitel getting her ass kicked while I'm sitting here shooting them in the back from behind, basically.
Shit. That's it. Dodged. Cheeky bitch. There we go. Hit him with one of these.
Now, this specific bonfire that you've just saw me like come off of, the VOD watchers who actually did watch this VOD will be very acquainted with this bonfire, because I think the rest of this VOD is me dying to this singular area. It is literally just me dying. I die so many times that all the enemies in the area actually get despawned, which is actually great
for something coming up later in the challenge run, which I do need all of them despawned for. But at the time, it wasn't my intention to actually get them all despawned, because I killed them so many times from doing so many run backs that it just stopped spawning. Which is the only good feature in this game, in my opinion. Obviously, you can stop it with bonfire aesthetics, but if I did that, I'd actually probably want to jump off into the lava and actually burn myself alive. But yeah, get well acquainted with this area. I don't even know if I should make a death montage, because there's actually too many deaths to actually go through. So I might just skip to when I actually kill the boss, because I embarrassingly die against the I don't know what he's called, the demon, the big demon guy in the lava, multiple times, because I'm so angry. I get to the boss, I die, I come back, and I die to the boss again because I'm angry from dying to the run back, and then I'm also angry from dying from the boss. I got like so tilted to this area. This made me wanna fucking die. Like, it is so bad. Like, I hated this. I hated every moment of this. I was ready to quit the challenge run at this point. I'm not even lying.
You fucking oh! I need to go back to the bonfire anyways. That's fine. It's fine. You know what? I'm not going to complain because you know, everything's. I knew it. Right. Yeah. No. I fucked up. Oh well. Never mind. I guess I'm not getting my souls. Oh what the fuck. Why did they do so? Why did it? Well, whatever. I jumped too far. Oh, why did I do that?
Okay, so in this part, I'm gonna. I did something pretty controversial. I don't know if people would think it as cheating. I definitely don't. In terms of skipping these areas, I decided to download a mod that let me like teleport to specific areas just to skip run backs. Now, you can say it's cheating, that's fine. If you want to say challenge run is fucking invalid because I use teleport mods, that's fine. But for me, it made the VODs not be longer than they already were. This would have taken at least a couple more VODs to do if I didn't use this teleport mod. Now, you can say it's invalid, I don't really care, to be honest. I did it. I got 100%, you can check the thing. I don't care which other means I do it, as long as I just don't 100% just spawn shit in. Teleport mods is completely fine for me. If it's not fine for you, go watch someone else. I don't really care. But for me, using teleport mods to teleport outside of specific boss areas just to skip the run backs is fine for me, because everyone knows, people who even play Dark Souls 2, everyone knows the run backs are probably the worst in the series, in my opinion. And I would really much rather not to constantly do them every single time I fuck up and die against a boss, because that is just more annoying, more tedious, and the game's already annoying and tedious as it fucking is. So anything to make it less is completely fine in my book, as long as it's not just spawning in stuff to just make the run like boom done. This is the only time I'm going to talk about it in the video, because I feel like obviously people should know that I did use like stuff like that, so they can make their own opinions on it. My opinion is it's fine. So if you think it's fine, that's great. Keep watching. I don't use any other mods going forward, other than to maybe manipulate the drop like rate of some stuff. Just in terms of, again, some stuff has less than 1% of dropping if you don't go online, and I just don't want to go online. So that's fine. Again, if you think that's cheating, please just go watch someone else do this. That's completely fine. I'm not going to change it, I'm not going to redo it, because I think I'd actually rather sit on a
brick. I don't know why I was going with that. I'd rather do literally anything else than redo this again. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. Moving on.
Nope. Come on. That's it. Oh my god. That shouldn't have took that long. That really shouldn't have took as long as it did.
Okay, so moving out of this absolutely awful area, hoping to never come back ever again,
Yeah, this is
I move over to this bonfire
There we go.
and get another achievement
Oh yeah,
for
also
lighting the
I'm
primal
supposed to
bonfire.
have
And
a little like
then
Xbox thing pop
we
up
move on to the rest of the game.
when I get a cheat.
So moving over to the Grave of Saints, I decided to come down here for the there's a covenant down here then you get the achievement for. I think it's like the rat covenant or something. So that's why I'm down here basically. Okay, so actually moving over to the Royal Rat Vanguard. I didn't know that there was a specific rat that you needed to kill to actually do damage to this boss. So I was just killing all the rats simultaneously, not knowing which one I had to kill. It's the one with
yes.
a mohawk that I had to kill.
Satisfying as fuck.
But I didn't know this at the time, so I was literally just going through killing random rats until I did enough damage to kill
What am I
the
doing?
Royal Rat
Just
Vanguard.
fighting rats? Fuck off. Yeah, that's right. Fuck off. This knife is ass. Right. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to join them.
So moving on from that, I do go join the Brotherhood of Blood, just for the achievement and to get his pyromancies as well. Just because I need to pick them up for the Master of Pyromancies achievement. Plus, I wanted to use pyromancies at this point for some reason. So that's why I did this basically, and I picked it up in the area just before Black Gulch as well.
Oh, that's a cool icon.
Actually, moving over to Black Gulch, this area is a massive pain in the arse. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like I say that about a lot of areas in this game, but like, it's all true. They are all just a pain in the arse. Like, these monsters, for example. I was so far away from that guy and he still grabbed his. This is some bullshit. I hate this area so much, and I have to come back to this area multiple times for some, like, stuff that I need for like some pretty hard achievements as well. So overall, not a great area again. I do decide to kill the giants down here as well. Now, I did kind of a stupid thing. I killed these giants and then decided to use the soul, not knowing what it was for it being for killing Vendrick. So I fucked up here. After killing these two giants, but I don't make the same mistake in New Game Plus, so that's good at least. But yeah, I unintentionally make the Vendrick boss fight harder for me, just because I didn't know what the soul was for. Oh yeah, also, if you can't hear my microphone here in the stream, I was muted for so long. And I don't have many viewers when I stream, so I didn't know how long I was muted for. I'm pretty sure I was muted for a good like 10 minutes. So I just haven't been I just don't speak for quite a long time. Which I'm gonna have to fill in for myself, which is weird. So I literally go in, I just have a look at the Ring of Giants, and then I just run out. That's all I do. I think I'm talking on like, oh, what does the soul of the giants do? Blah 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 blah. I don't know. This happened twice in the stream. This happened 2 times in like 2 different streams, because I don't have anyone watching my streams, so no one is there to tell me that I'm muted. I've got my friend there who came into my stream and just decided to talk and chat with us, but he was gone at this point, so I don't have anyone to tell me if there's anything going wrong with my stream or anything. I have to actually, like, if I don't catch it, then that's it. I'm muted for the whole rest of the stream, basically. We meet up with Lucitel again. I talked to her just to progress her story again, and that's basically it. That's all I have to say about Lucitel, to be honest. We also have our first instance of the Dark person, the Dark Covenant guy, basically. Now we have to do this. They have to completely max out this Covenant to get a spell, which includes fighting the Dark Lurker boss, and also just going through and wasting all of our human effigies on this singular guy, trying to get this spell, basically. But we have to talk to him all around, basically, until we talk to him for his last time, and then we can open the portal to get through to then start fighting all the NPCs and the Dark Lurker. We'll get to that when we get to it, but now this is just this is the first instance of this guy. Okay, so moving on to the Rotten. This is another fight where we have to summon Lucitel for this. Now, this fight was okay. It's more of trying to balance Lucitel getting her ass kicked by the Rotten, because she takes a lot of damage from like the oil pits around, and she actually dies multiple times, and to the point where like I accidentally kill the Rotten while she's dead. So then I have to go back to a different boss where I can summon her to
so pretty. Look at how
to actually get the 3 bosses required, 3 boss summon requirements for her.
Ow.
So yeah, this was kind of a hard point in the run.
My friend behind you, please. Please? Oh, damn it. And I killed the boss! Fuck! No! I'm fucked again. Fuck, there goes the whole...
So I'm kind of overreacting here. I didn't know at this point that I could go back and fight another boss. So I'm like freaking the fuck out, thinking, oh no, I have to do it a new game plus, and I fucked the whole thing. But I didn't. I literally, after this, I went to go fight the Flexile Sentries again, and I got it through. So it's completely fine. I don't know why the fuck I'm freaking out here. Big shout out to Lord, I think his name is Lord Chewbacca or Bacca or whatever. Big shout out to him, because he actually let me know that you could just go back and use a bonfire aesthetic and just do an area boss again. It still counts for our quest. So big shout out to him. He kind of just saved the run there, because I wouldn't have figured it out if he wasn't in the chat really to tell me that.
God damn it. There we go. Gotta hit him with one of these. Hit him with one of these. Hell yeah.
Okay, so after Flexile Sentries, we go to free, I think her name's Rosabeth, using a Fragrant Branch, just to get her back to Medulla, and then as a merchant, and also for the Gathering of the Exiles achievement. Now, I think it pops once I do go back, because I think she is the final NPC that can go back to Medulla, meaning that achievement would be done, which is, thank God. Because now we don't have to collect any more NPCs for the rest of the game, basically.
Oh. Oh! Gathering of the Exiles. Amazing. I can't believe it. That's it. That's actually Gathering of the Exiles. I thought there was more. Fuck yeah.
So we're here picking up another achievement, actually, which is inheriting this guy's helmet. Now, I thought he was trapped under the rubble. No, he literally is just ahead. So, I mean, this was probably the easiest achievement of the game, to be honest. Literally just talking to this guy would have got you his helmet. So, hey, I'm not complaining. That's another achievement down on the belt of achievements that I need to get. So moving on from that, we'll go to Scorpionus Najaka. I do summon Man Scorpion Tark for this because I think you need to for an achievement, though I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. This fight was fine again. It was just a boss fight with a summon, which makes it way easier than it should really be. She's also really immune to magic, which kind of fucks over my entire build, so that's why I'm using Pyromancies here. And we'll just quickly finish her off with Pyromancies, and that's it. This is the whole fight. I didn't take anything from the Shaded Woods part of the VOD because I was literally doing nothing. So I just decided to skip straight through to this boss, just because more time, basically. And then we move over to I think it's the Doors of Pharos, which has the most badass name, I think, of any area in this game, period.
Door of Pharos.
I do stay in the Doors of Pharos for a bit longer, just because we need to pick up, I think we need to pick up Twisted Barricade here, as a spell we need, obviously, for the Master of Spells achievement. So that's why I'm here basically looking around for the spell. Took me ages. I'm also going to go fight the big rat king thing. I don't know what it's called. I know it's a big rat thing. But yeah, that boss was pretty easy, to be honest. So again, in Dark Souls 2 fashion, the area was actually harder than the boss. This boss was quite easy, in my opinion. Literally just keep the distance, spam spells, that's literally it. It seems like this game was really built for, like, if you're a spellcaster, you're great. If you're anything else, you're dog shit. That's how it feels, which really shouldn't be. Like, everything should be viable. There is a build I switched to later on that makes the game more viable, but makes it more harder because I can't just sit back and spam the shit out of Dark Orb, and while I just dodge the attacks of the bosses. But going back to the boss, this boss was a piece of cake, to be honest. Not really any complaints. Did hit us a couple times, but I mean, part of the course for a Dark Souls boss, to be honest.
Nice one, buddy. Yeah, you can't do the thief thing. You can't. You're clapped. Right.
So I actually picked up the Staff of Wisdom here, as well, just beforehand, which has an S scaling with intelligence, which makes it the best intelligence staff in the game. Now, the downside is you can't use hexes with it, which is kind of shit because I was using hexes beforehand and they were doing a lot of damage, but I thought it was a good trade-off from, you know, not being able to use hexes but having more damage to do with spells. I also went and infused it, or will try to infuse it with magic, but I didn't have a Faint Stone. So I went over, got a Faint Stone, and then came back to infuse it with magic, to then make it do more magic damage.
Right, it should be a fine boss fight.
So after doing all that, getting my magic damage up, basically, I went to go do or fight the congregation with Benhart of Hugo because I needed to summon him the same way you do Lucitel to get his like equipment and his Moonlight Greatsword and all that for an achievement. So
Go on, Josh. Put the nerd emoji in. Benhart.
I don't really have much to say about the congregation. I mean, even with Benhart, this probably would have been easy even without him. So I don't really have much to say. I just kind of kicked their asses. So.
I didn't know they had Bob Ross in here. Last one. Bog Rots.
So moving on from the congregation, I go just doing your normal business down in here. I forgot what this is area, the sand area. There's nothing of note that happens here.
Literally.
In terms of any achievements, this is the part in the run where like the achievements start tapering off. Because the only couple achievements are, I think it's to beat Dukes Diafraya, and that's the next achievement coming up basically. Other than that, the achievements do start tapering off after this. In terms of like hitting the story beats and all the points that you need to, and then it's on to the hard achievements, which is the pyromancy one, the miracles, the hexes, all that stuff.
Really, it's like. Oh, that side. Oh my god, these spiderlings need to fuck off. Oh. Manhunt O'Hara killed her. Okay, that's fine. Alright.
I lied, there wasn't an achievement for this. I thought there was. There wasn't.
What the fuck? I just realized it's trapped a massive dragon in its web. That's sick.
So after killing Dukes Diafraya, I actually go back to Medulla to use a soul vessel to reallocate some of my skill points so I can use a rapier. Now, I did this because relying on just magic to get me through a boss, it wasn't working because I was running out of spells. And I didn't have a way to farm amber herbs or wilted dusk herbs, so I decided to switch up my build a bit so I can actually use a melee weapon, infuse it with like super magic and upgrade it to like max, just so I can actually have like a weapon I can use that does some good damage, while also spellcasting as well. And this turned out to be an actually pretty good change in my opinion.
I'm indecisive, okay?
So moving forward up to Dragon Lake Castle now, we're getting close to around the end of the game. Well, I wouldn't say around the end, but like around like the beginning of the end of the game, in my opinion. So we just move up to Dragon Lake Castle normally. In regards to achievements, they've just completely tapered off now. The only achievement I think we've got next is either completing the game or maxing out weapon. But other than that, the other achievements we have is just like the new game plus achievements basically. So yeah.
Hey, furthest door on the left. This way.
So this room actually was a big pain in the arse for me, just because my damage is starting to really get hindered here, and I don't know why. So like because I need to open the doors to get down to, because there's a dark area I need to get down to here, to talk to the guy so I can unlock like the Dark Covenant, and I unlocked all the doors, and behind some of these doors is ruined sentinels. So I had to basically fight a boss every time I opened a door. It became a real pain in the arse because I had to open every single fucking door in this room because I didn't know which door had the dark thing behind them. So I ended up fighting like 4 ruined sentinels and a bunch of stone men when I just didn't do that much damage.
You're a bit eager. Oh, tantanite slab. Hold on. They know. They know. They know. Damn, how the fuck did you get through this area then?
So moving on to the twin Dragon Riders fight. Again, this is literally just a gimmick boss. It's like, how about instead of 1 Dragon Rider, it's 2. I do incredibly insane damage against them, so it isn't really too much of an issue. Plus, I did summon as well, just to add that little bit of overkill. But overall, this boss wasn't hard at all. I don't think I died once, and I had we've got 2 spellcasters, so it was pretty easy.
Just kicked his ass, holy shit. That was an easy fight, and I actually believed him. Actually, I didn't believe him, but then I did it, and then I believe him now. The same fucking guy.
So moving over to the Looking Glass Knight, this, as you can see, this run back is fucking awful. I'm so glad that the boss is actually good and not unfair, because I would not like to do this run back ever again. Pain in the arse, fuck these horses, fuck this run back. So moving over to the Looking Glass Knight, again, this boss wasn't bad at all. I actually quite enjoyed this boss. Perfect amount of difficulty in my opinion. I did have to summon for the fight for the 100% just for Ben Hart, just because I need to obviously summon him to inherit his gear. But overall, this boss wasn't bad at all. He was very resistant to magic, which kind of fucked over my entire build. But that's fine because the summons kind of clutched it for me for the aggro and stuff. So yeah, again, not a bad boss. I like how his shield also deflects magic as well. It feels like I'm reviewing the boss. I don't mean to. It's just I don't have anything else to talk about. But yeah.
Do your goofy little run. There we go. Defeat the Looking Glass Knight pod. There we go. Oh god. Right.
So this comes to the end of part 1 for my Dark Souls 100% run. This is part 1 because I still have about 6 VODs to go through, 6 or 7 VODs. And I don't think I can fit it within a reasonable time frame in the video because this is already an hour long. So if I decided to put in the VODs here, it would get to like 3 hours worth of content, which I don't really like releasing anything all at 1, never mind 2 or 3. So I'm gonna split this up into parts. It'll only be 2 parts. So hopefully you do watch that if it's not all in one. Anyways, if you did enjoy the video, I would very much appreciate a like and subscribe, and to go have a look at my Twitch, and my Kick, and my YouTube. I mean, I am uploading this on YouTube, and I'm also going to be streaming on YouTube, so watch out for that as well. That's all I have to say. I'm not great at making outros. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.